going on, guys? Kivox here with Meekachii, and I'm here as mortal support again for this one.
You can make goals as we go along.
What
This is our goals video.
Oh.
Our reading goals for 2019. I don't know if he has any goals, but I wrote down a few.
I'm going to have you help me out with my goals, okay? Because I don't understand
what
reading goals.
So basically, last year my reading sucked. I got barely... I didn't say barely any. I didn't read nearly as much as I wanted to because of life in school. So now that I am no longer in school, I should have more time to read. So last year, I really didn't have any goals set. The only goal I've ever done, or goals I've ever set myself, are book numbers. So like how many books I should read in a year. So last year, I wanted to read 60. The year before was 60, and I did accomplish it the year before. Last year, I did not, or this year, 2018. I did not read 60 books. I read so far 48, which is still a lot of books for people that don't read a lot, but for me, it's not too great. Yeah.
I didn't read 48 books. I know that much. I probably read like 15 at best.
But that being said, I'm probably going to set my Goodreads goal at 60 again, because that seems to be a number that I can reach comfortably, usually if my life isn't crazy. But last year, or this year, 2018, it didn't happen. I wanted to go a little deeper this year and actually set goals. So I sat down and thought about, things that I want to accomplish in my reading.
So this year, I wanted to get some goals, because last year I didn't have any goals.
That's basically my goal.
So therefore this year I need some goals. So therefore I'm gonna score some goals.
So my first goal of 2019, which this isn't gonna be your goal, is to read more of my arcs before the books come out. So
my goal for 2019 is going to be to support Meekachii's reading more of her goals for, what was the thing again? I forgot already.
Arcs. I'm fortunate enough where I get arcs sent to me on a fairly regular basis, but last year I just wasn't able to keep up with them. I do like keeping up with the times and knowing what's out and what's upcoming and, being more on top of it. And last year, or in 2018, I failed at that. So I want to get better. I want to read more of my arcs, read them before they actually come out, so I can give you guys an idea as to what I think and whether you should pick them up or not.
And I'm gonna just keep making up goals as you're making up goals. It's not fair that you have goals and I don't have goals. Whatever, I gotta make up one too. So I am going to continue to only read the books that I think look good. And I'm gonna skip all the arcs and only listen to her thing and then go, that sounds great, I'm gonna read that. That's goal number 1 for me. Continue to do what I'm doing.
So my second goal of the year, I actually stole from one of our patrons. And it is to have Mr. Kivox wrap 12 random books on my TBR shelf for me to pick one each month, unwrap them during my TBR video, and show you guys, and I have to read them.
So you're telling me because Kristen suggested this to you, now I have more work to do? Are you kidding me?
So he's going to pick, again, 12 random books, wrap them up. I have to unwrap them. And the goal is going to be to force myself to read those books. I mean, they're on my TBR for a reason. But I have to read that book during that month.
We have to talk about this, all right? We need to talk about this.
I already bought the wrapping paper.
Because I never agreed to this, okay? I never agreed to this. So my goal is going to be to not wrap 12 books for Meekachii this year.
You're gonna fail
I failed that one already.
The next goal is for me to read at least 30 minutes per day, which doesn't seem like a lot because some days I could read for 5 hours and I'm perfectly fine, but there are days that go by where I don't read at all. So setting a minimum goal of 30 minutes seems like at least I'll read something for that day.
Also, it stacks, It's 30 minutes, 30 minutes.
And audiobooks don't really count because I listen to an hour of audiobooks every single day while I'm while I'm driving. So besides that, I mean actually sitting down and reading a physical book 30 minutes a day. Do you have any goals?
And now my goal is going to be jumping on the bandwagon over here. And it's going to be to not do that. I'm going to just once a week minimum try to listen to like 5 hours of an audiobook.
So an hour a day, an hour a work day.
Yeah. Okay. But it can be, I can skip the whole week.
Just listen to 5 hours at once.
And just listen to 5 hours at once.
That's fine.
Here's the funny thing. My goals are ridiculously dumb. I just realized that they're all so stupid. Go ahead, go on. Man, my goals are the worst.
Next goal is to read more, and it's very specific, is to read more Brandon Sanderson books. I feel like there are so many Brandon Sanderson books that I want to read, and so many of his series are loved by many, and I've read one. I've read the Mistborn series, and that's it, and I don't even remember what happens in half of it. So I really want to try to essentially start from the beginning and read his series in a specific order. I know there's many orders that you can read his books in that aren't necessarily publication order. And I want to pick one and stick to it and kind of start and go. And I love his writing from what I've read so far, but he's almost a little intimidating because a lot of his books are very big and they're very like in depth, and you have to kind of be in that mindset. So yeah, I want to start finally reading more Brandon Sanderson. And I feel like it's been over a year, at least it's been like 2 years since I read one of his books.
My next goal is I want to read 5 books that are over 800 pages.
You stole my goal.
That was one of yours?
No.
I just made that up.
Legit.
I just made that up. Wait. I swear to God.
My next goal.
I swear that I did not look at your list. I am making them up as we record this video.
Well, my goal is actually read 6 books over 600 pages. But it's very similar.
I think that if you add them all up, that may average out to the same amount of pages. I'm not mathing right now, so I'm just going to say mine is 5 books, 800.
So any Brandon Sanderson book,
there you go.
Be fine. So I find that a lot of fantasy books or a lot of the books that I get intimidated by are over 600 pages. It seems like when I look at a book and it's 600 pages or less, I'm like, okay, I can do it. But then my books on the shelf that are over that, I'm like,
you're gonna have to help me. Are there books that are over 800 pages?
Oh yeah.
Because we
have a lot.
I legit just made that up. Oh. So I'm like, I don't know if there actually are a lot of them.
We have a lot.
If we even have 5.
We do.
Okay.
So that was one of my goals. That's actually my final goal, was to read 6 books over 600 pages.
My goal for I never said how many I want to read this year.
You said 5.
No,
you mean
total.
Number.
I think that I'm gonna double up pretty much what I did this year. So I'm gonna go with 30. So half of
still a decent.
For me, with all my wand stuff and not having as much time, I think 30 is doable, and I'll try to surpass that. But future me that's watching this video next year, I hope you did it. I hope you succeeded, and I hope your hair looks better than it does right now.
I think we should definitely revisit this in a year and see if we met our goals. I mean, you read Brandon Sanderson with me, you'll meet your 800
Sweet,
book
my dude.
Page.
Let's do that.
Goal. And you liked Mistborn.
I loved Mistborn. It was great.
There we go.
That would have been one of my top reads if we read it this year.
All right.
Which, by the way, if you guys didn't check it out, we have our best books and worst books, and we're doing a giveaway in one of those videos.
The best books.
So go check that out, and maybe you guys can win a book.
I think that's it for my reading goals.
I think that's it for my reading goals, too. Hey, Kivox from 2019. Hey, Meekachii. Future us. You guys hopefully are cooler now.
And don't look much older.
Hopefully you don't look older. I mean, at least you. But like her, ugh, she probably gross. Gross. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys later in the next video, another video. Let us know what your goals are for 2019.
Yes.
Please.
How many books do you guys usually read in a year?
I think 30 is being generous for myself.
Maybe.
Generous?
It's a lot of Audible points.
Well, we have a lot of books that I could just go back and listen to those.
So let me know what you guys are, and if you finished this video to the end, down below, comment.
We're gonna go with fruits again, or we're gonna swap it around. All right, fruits.
Kiwi.
Kiwi. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. Oh no, because they can use the term like kiwi.
They don't have to use it in a sentence.
That's that's the cleverest way to use it in the sentence. Like strawberry fields
We have not
forever.
said in the strawberry ones. You told people just to incorporate it.
Into a sentence. Duh. That's what that means, guys.
You can just say kiwi. We'll know you watched it to the end.
That's not as fun.
It's a fun thing that we're doing.
If you succeed in incorporating it into the sentence, kudos.
You don't win anything.
You don't win
anything.
anything.
But you could if you go to this other video.
But we do give you guys a little heart. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. I'm Kivox. This is Meekachii. Bye.